Boebert?
Boebert?
It's so good.
It's a first date. Amazing.
With a Dem.
Yeah, right. That's the part she's most upset about.
Yeah. The Roman Empire.
Yeah, she's like, no, I'll check his political affiliations. I mean, are you going to admit that if there's no footage first? You know.
Welcome back. We are back for another episode of This Week in Money.
This Week in Money, Brian.
How was the weekend, Mark? Happy birthday.
Thank you.
How was the celebration? The roast?
Celebration was good. Roast was entertaining. Thankfully, none of that is making its way onto the internet.
Oh, I was about to say, what was the best one?
The best one was probably a few that couldn't be repeated and that I don't want my mother to hear.
All right. Well, for our first story, Congresswoman Lauren Boebert puts on a show of her own at the Beetlejuice show in Denver and gets kicked out. Lauren and her date were kicked out after an audience member complained, and security footage shows her vaping and giving the date a hand job. It was the Republican Congresswoman's first date with a man later identified as Quinn Gallagher, a bar owner and registered Democrat. Lauren told TMZ on Monday that all future date nights have been canceled and that she has learned to check party affiliations before going on a date. She added that it was mostly a lovely time and I've taken responsibility for my actions. I'd love to know how the musical ended and I encourage people to go and see it. Whoa.
I love it. But what I want to know is, was she vaping and giving the hand job at the same time, or were they separate things? Because first she says, nah, that wasn't me. Then I wasn't vaping, and then I'm so sorry. I should have checked his political affiliation. Like, the PR team in Colorado is working overdrive.
He was
there.
going in for the kill, too. He was getting up.
I mean, he got the
a little chest action.
OTPHJ on the first date at
Dude,
Beetlejuice. Good
that,
for this
that was
guy.
some heavy movements in a movie for a first date.
And,
I do.
you know, I get that there are kids around, but, you know, look, if it's rated R or whatever, I mean, you know, who are we to say no to that?
Keep up the good work, Lauren.
Do you ever think about the Roman Empire? According to TikTok, men think about it a lot. The hashtag Roman Empire has now been tagged over 1 billion times on TikTok. In the most viral clip, with 5.1 million views, author Sam Slepsky recounted seeing the meme and ended up having a 45-minute convo with her husband about the Roman Empire after he said he thinks about it every single day. Brian, how frequently do you think about the Roman
Every day.
Empire? Every day.
Every single day. I can't wait to buy that Lego fixture that they tweeted out with the whole Roman Empire around it. Yeah, hell yeah, every single day. What about you?
Zero.
Yeah?
Doesn't cross my... I think about the Civil War quite frequently. I'm on a Grant biography, so I think about that constantly.
A lot of the responses were about World War I and II that everybody thinks about. I really don't think about the Roman Empire every day, but I just
I'm more of a
said
Civil War guy.
Yeah.
You know, but maybe if you're playing your Legos, you can.
Totally, man.
Unfortunately, they banned the Lego Battle of Gettysburg to reenact. That didn't go over well.
Really?
Some people
What's
got upset.
this?
I
What,
just
they're
made that up.
canceling?
I just made that up.
What, Lego? Billionaire Ken Griffin is freaking out about the new Dumb Money movie, which we all had a pleasure of seeing last week. Great movie, check it out. The Citadel CEO, who is portrayed by Nick Offerman in the movie, was concerned that the movie receives and amplifies this many times debunked collusion narrative that Citadel and Robinhood worked together to briefly halt trading of GameStop shares. Griffin's legal team also raised complaints that his golfing habits were grossly overblown by the movie and that Griffin would never purchase paintings by Kooning and Picasso to keep them away from Steve Cohen.
We are missing the part about Steve Cohen's pig that just casually walks around the house in their 150-pound pig that was, quote-unquote, like a member of the family. More people need to be talking about that. But look, I mean, if he's so focused on trying to debunk the collusion, makes me wonder, well, what do you have to be afraid of?
I love how the movie just shines such a close light on that because, like, there was a ton of lawsuits that got thrown out. It just shows how much money Citadel has working in Congress and at all levels because there's no way they didn't collude. Like, it's just like they Robinhood didn't have enough money, and Citadel came and stopped them, and they fell.
And they're also trying to be like, hey, listen, our version of the events are different than yours. Please do not write about it or create any motion pictures on it, which I don't think has ever worked in the course of history. Cyber attacks strike casino giant Caesar and MGM. The attacks are being attributed to cyber criminal group Scattered Spider, who claims to have stolen over 6 terabytes, don't know what the fuck that is, of data from the two attacks. Computer systems at MGM were shut down, freezing slot machines, ATMs, elevators, and hotel technology. Following the data breach, Caesars couldn't say with certainty that the personal information of about tens of millions of its customers was secure. It had also not officially determined whether either of the affected companies paid a ransom to regain control of their data, but there are rumors. What do we think?
Yo, I heard there was the Scattered Spider is actually a bunch of teenagers, which I heard.
Really?
Which would have been pretty
That's
fucking epic.
awesome. Good.
Yeah.
I mean, NSA needs to hire them. Figure out who the teenagers are.
Seriously.
Give them a good government salary. We won't prosecute them. They hack for us now.
It is wild though going around. I mean, I saw some TikToks of people seeing like you couldn't check into your hotel, none of the casino or none of the slot machines were working. Big hit for Vegas on this one.
Could you imagine being stuck in an elevator at like MGM Grand 11 o'clock at night with like a family from the Midwest and like some other tourists from God knows where, and you're just stuck there?
Would you
I would
rather take
freak
that or
out.
Burning Man?
Oh, Jesus. All right, let me get back to you on next week in money after I give an analysis.
Celebs are auctioning off quirky items on eBay to help the strike-hit workers. Some of the notable items include letting Adam Scott walk your dog, going to dinner with Bob Odenkirk and David Cross, and doing a New York Times crossword puzzle with Natasha Lyonne, and having Lena Dunham paint a mural in your home. This initiative comes from a group of striking Writers Guild of America writers who founded the Union Solidarity Coalition, which aims to connect industry workers across unions, even those not on strike. Proceeds from the winning bids will be funneled into a mutual aid fund for crew members who've lost their health insurance during the strike. What do we think about auctioning off dog walking by Adam Scott?
Well, I just Googled Lena Dunham. I wouldn't be paying for a mural in my house, I'd say that much. Maybe Nikki Glaser if she did it nude, but, you know, we're for the crews, the casting individuals, and everyone in the industry who's deeply affected by this. And so we hope all the money actually makes it into that fund. But who is bidding? Who is Bob Odenkirk?
Dude. Yeah,
I don't know, I've never seen
He's
it.
the main lawyer in it. Yeah.
Lawyer Bring that.
Yeah. He's like the
Well,
fucking
never seen
degenerate
that
guy.
either.
Honestly, you kind of, if you decided to stay in law, I think
Yeah.
that you would probably turn into Bob Odenkirk.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know,
I'm
a
taking
little
that as compliment.
degenerate,
Yeah.
taking some fucking sketchy deals here or there, but gets
Perfect.
the job done. Totally.
Don't need to be in law for that, Brian.
No. No. Elon Musk says Twitter, also known as X, could charge all users subscription fees. The billionaire who made the comment during a meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that the subscription fee would help ward off bots. Twitter currently only charges users for its subscription service X Premium, which offers perks such as verified account checkmarks and costs between $8 and $11 a month. Musk also said its platform has 550 million monthly users, generating up to 200 million posts a day. How do we feel about getting charged to use Twitter?
You know, I think he's probably on to something if it actually cuts out the bots. I think everyone would be supportive of that if it actually did that, but for some reason I have a feeling that that may not happen. Because wasn't that the thesis of having Blue?
The $8? Yeah, I do have to say cut down, but if I get another fucking airdrop crypto scam in my replies, I'm going to throw my
Hey,
phone out a window.
have you seen that DeFi free money glitch?
Oh
Who's
my
got it?
god!
It's like,
You see it? They put like Elon's face there, and it's like, oh my god, does this stuff work? It must if they're still doing it.
it has to.
Some
You
idiots
can
being
only
like, oh,
fucking
I'm gonna get this
imagine.
airdrop, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the free money to fall from the trees.
It's a glitch, so you never know.
Yeah, but I do have to say, I don't know. Twitter's been fun. I don't know.
It's
I know
been
he's,
more
like,
fun,
he's
honestly.
getting into the fight with the ADL. I mean,
Yeah.
Elon's ready to, put up some fists, ready to fight.
Have you read his biography?
I have not yet. Have you? No? Are you
We're
going
waiting
to?
for audiobook.
Audiobook. Got it.
Yeah, reading's
Okay.
challenging.
Yeah, you don't say. And that is all for This Week in Money. Please make sure you're subscribed to the Bullish Studio YouTube channel and you're following us wherever you get your podcasts. We'll see you again next week.
For Next Week in Money.